There's so many good things happening on main streets and downtowns across the Magnolia State. So today we are highlighting what's happening downtown this weekend. It is brought to you by the Mississippi Main Street Association. Now don't forget, you can always go to msmainstreet.com/calendar to get more information on upcoming events. And as the weather is cooling off, it's coming, guys. That means there will be a lot of fun things to get out and do. First up, we've got something to do in the Burg or in Hattiesburg. Allison Neville is joining us with Downtown Hattiesburg Association for their Downtown Brews and Bites. So welcome, Allison.
Hey, Rebecca. Thanks for having me.
Long time no talk. I know y'all were just so, took a vacation all summer, nothing big going on. Gearing up for your fall events. Oh, yeah, I know. It's completely tongue-in-cheek. Y'all are always up to something. But fall does seem like events in the community are back. Does it feel that way for Main Street in Hattiesburg?
Yes, we are really gearing up for an exciting fall, and Live at 5 will be starting up again. And then this weekend, to me, really signifies the beginning of fall in Hattiesburg, and that's our Downtown Brews and Bites celebration.
So it kind of explains itself just a little bit. Great play on words, by the way, Brews and Bites. But if we can't connect the dots, what will be going on?
This is a food truck festival where we feature 6 local food trucks. One is a dessert truck, and the other 5 do small bite pairings, and they're paired with regional beers. So many of those are from Mississippi and surrounding areas, and it's just a great event. It was kind of born out of the pandemic when we were unable to do our traditional Hattiesburg Craft Beer Fest, which is a very large-scale event. So we came up with Downtown Brews and Bites to serve as kind of a little sister spin-off event, and it really took on, and people liked it, so we continued with it. This will be our 3rd year.
Well, I think people really enjoy when you help also feed them, entertain them, but also educate them. And so when you start pairing things and they can kind of learn what goes together or what can or the different kind, then it becomes a whole nother kind of, event that you can then appreciate sort of after, if that makes any sense. And for those that really do like craft beers, man, there's a whole world out there of what to eat with which beer and what goes well and trying different ones. And it's a whole thing.
That's right. I mean, it's more than just a fun event. It really can be educational, and many of those breweries send their reps. And so if you are an enjoyer of craft beer, it really is something else to go to one spot and be able to talk to our neighbors from Southern Prohibition. They brew right down the street from us in downtown Hattiesburg, but also to meet the people behind Fly Llama in Biloxi or Key City in Vicksburg. It's just a one-stop shop, and it's a special experience to get to be in front of the makers, the brewers.
So is it set up, Allison, kind of like downtown where you get to kind of walk and just mosey, I guess, from food truck to food truck or vendor to vendor, or how is it sort of laid out?
So we actually hold this event in Walthall Park. And so we wanted this event to have its own identity separate from the larger craft beer festival. And Walthall Park is very special to me because it's actually a residential park, and it's right in the historic neighborhood where I live, which is convenient for me because it's just down from my house. But it is such a charming park, and people who have attended Downtown Crawfish Jam, that's how they'll know Walnut. That's how they're going to know Walthall Park on Walnut Street. It's the same location. But it's a great setup. We have a big stage where we have live music, and this year's band is Galen Martin and the Crutches. And then we have our 5 food trucks, and I can tell you who those are, and the beer pairings. But we also have yard games, and we do a stein hoisting contest, and we also have non-alcoholic beverages that are included in the ticket price, too.
Do we need to buy tickets now, Allison? Do we show up and buy them there? How does that work?
We usually have a few at the door, but it is so much smarter to go ahead and get them ahead of time if you can. It's super easy to find those on Eventbrite by looking at Brews and Bites, or to go to downtownhattiesburg.com or to Hattiesburg Craft Beer Fest breweandbites.com.
And that's this Saturday, the 9th, from 5 to 7, correct?
That's right, Saturday, September 9th. Great local food trucks. And this is a family-friendly event, too. So bring the kids, and if they don't want to do that Brews and Bites ticket, some people don't participate in the beer or they're underage. We have a separate Bites ticket that you can purchase to just come and enjoy the food and the live music.
Well, Allison, it's good to have you back on. Can't wait to see what y'all got the rest of the fall. But this weekend is all about Brews and Bites, so it sounds like a good time for folks to get out and enjoy. So I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you. Good talking with you.
All righty. So we're going to go from Hattiesburg to then we're going to go to the 29th Annual Bodock Festival. Make sure I say that right. Bodock Festival, in Pontotoc, coming up on Saturday. We got Beth to tell us a little bit more about Bodock Festival. Beth, it kind of threw me for a loop there. I was like, I'm going to mess this up. I'm sure I'm not the first person, huh?
You are not the first person, that's for sure. It is Bodock. You had it right that second time.
And it's the 29th annual, so that means that the community of Pontotoc really enjoyed this event for it to keep coming back almost 30 years. So what's kept it around for so long?
Well, each generation brings the next generation. A lot of the parents now have fond memories of participating in different events when they were children, and they bring their children back.
So what's going on this coming up weekend? Tell us all about Bodock.
Well, Friday and Saturday morning, by the way, Bodock is a tree, and we had the second largest tree in the state, and it produces these big green balls that we called horse apples when I was a child. So that's where the name Bodock comes from. But on Friday and Saturday morning, our local fire department here on Main Street has a pancake breakfast from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., that's the only event that we have on Friday, but on Saturday we have lots of fun events. The car and tractor show starts at 8 a.m. The Tour de Bodock is a bike ride that's on our Tanglefoot Trail. It's the largest bike ride in the state. The largest bike ride in North Mississippi. Last year we had riders who registered from 10 different states to come and participate.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's on our Tanglefoot Trail. So far, we've had our largest registration to date this year, so we're looking excited. We're excited about that. We'll have food trucks. We have the most vendors we've had in several years. We'll have arts and crafts all along Main Street and along the square. We also have children's activities on the square. Something we haven't had in the past is Tom Beebe Pioneers are going to be setting up. This is in a shaded area beside our city hall, and they'll be making corn shuck dolls and having leather work and a lot of other interesting activities they're going to have going on. And we also have Chickasaw Nation that's going to be here. The Bodock wood was an integral part of the Chickasaw Nation. They used it for many things, and they're going to be here with a cultural display and also an interpretation station. So we're excited about that. And then the music, had a lot of fun things going on the stage. Our main headliner is Drake White that's going to be performing at 8 o'clock. And then we have Hannah and Carly before that, Legends of the Blues, the local favorite of ours, and Springville Chapel Choir. So we've got a lot of different genres of music that we're excited about.
Beth, you just gave us a whole rundown of a whole lot of things going on. No wonder it's been going on for almost 30 years. If people are like, wow, that was a lot, I'd love to sort of pick and see or understand, is there somewhere people can go to see the lineup or sort of get a feel of all the different events that are going on this weekend?
We actually had a schedule that came out in our local paper today, and I will be posting a picture of the events page to our Facebook page, which is Bodock Festival, B-O-D-O-C-K Festival, and it'll have pretty much where things are going to be and the times that they're going to start.
Do we need tickets or anything like that? Is it kind of just come, a festival, enjoy the different things out there?
No ticket at all. If you're coming for the music, bring a lawn chair, bring your own chair. Also, earlier that day, there will be like dance and cheer groups performing. We're going to have also kind of an open mic starting at 1 o'clock, which we're going to have several groups performing then. And if you want to come and perform, come on. A lot of activities, just bring a chair if you want to hear some good music. The weather's supposed to be pretty Saturday, too, so we're excited about that.
Well, I'm excited that there are things happening around the state for people to get out and sort of enjoy. Sounds like this is one you definitely want to put on your bucket list for it to be going on for almost 3 decades, Beth. But you can come back next year and talk about the 30th.
That'll be fun.
And I'll know how to do it. Bodock. I'll get it right next year.
You got it. You got it mastered.
I appreciate your time, Beth.
Okay, thank you.
All righty. And don't forget, too, you got Dinner and a Movie in Clinton coming up on Friday if you're interested in that or learning what's going on in your downtown. You just go to www.mainstreet.com/calendar for more information on any of the events we talked about today or anything coming up. But you stick with us. We got more for you up next.